All right, Canam UTV fans, you're going to want to stick around for this one because Corry Weller just won another championship in her Turbo UTV. Let's find out all about it and why she prefers the Can-Am. Well, the big old #1 remains back there because Corry Weller, you did it again. 3-time champion. Congratulations, Turbo UTV category. How great does it feel?
It feels really good. We weren't 100% sure this was going to happen this year, especially from yesterday, really. So after yesterday's race, it was like, oh, hey, we're back in it. So it feels really good, really good.
UTVs are so hot right now, and you've been dominant with this Can-Am. Tell me a little bit about it and show me some of the features.
Well, it's a Canam Maverick X3. This is a Turbo R. There's a lot of different models with Can-Am. It can get kind of confusing, but yeah, it's an X3 Turbo R. So this is their 72-inch model. They also have a 64-inch trail version. So, I mean, really to get it in race condition, there's a couple things that we do just kind of right up front. We are allowed in this class to beef up the A-arms, the trailing arms in stock configuration, but, you know, for race conditions. So we've done that. We run a it's not long travel, Cognito kit for the X3 that, again, is factory spec. And that just, you know, they're tough. They last seasons, you know, so that just takes that out of the equation. We never have to worry about that. We do most of the changes we do on the Can-Am are for safety. So obviously, you know, you have your cage and it has to all be to specs. Tech has a really, you know, detailed sheet on what you need to do to be able to race in Lucas. So we do have our cage.
We understand this is a new chassis this year, right? Courtesy of, I believe we have a talented fabricator back here who happens to be your husband. That's a great advantage.
It's kind of a group effort. I'm really big on design and how something looks. Like aesthetics are really big for me. It's got to look good and then function later. So we get together, you know, and we're like, hey, what do we want it to look like? Jason draws it up. Bubba at our shop is a great fabricator and welder. You know, we have the ability to design the cage in SolidWorks before we actually do it, and then that's actually the hardest part probably, is getting it designed and getting us all happy with it, and then we can knock it out. So we had to do a new cage this year. Every year it seems Lucas is adding a little more to their safety side of it. So there was a lot of bars and gussets that we needed to add. So it was just easier for us to just, you know, make a new cage for it. So that's what we did. Let's see here. As far as everything else goes, it has to be a factory motor. You're not allowed to touch the motor. Factory clutch, all the diffs and everything, front diff, rear diff, all have to be factory to spec. You are allowed to run aftermarket axles, so we partner up with Demon Power Sports. We run their HD Extreme axles for the Can-Am. This will fit any 72-inch Can-Am out there on the market. They've been fantastic. Let's see what else. Can-Am has a really good CVT system. So really, you know, belts don't really heat up. You can get a lot of track time out of one belt. It doesn't get hot. It doesn't really. Knock on wood, I don't even want to say that I haven't had any issues with the belt yet, but so I won't say that. And then cooling, you know, we're allowed to do a couple of things with the radiators. But honestly, the car, you know, if you look at other cars in my class, they probably have these enormous radiators on there, but we just run this little 2-fan dealie here and try to keep everything low. Center of gravity is really important to me. I like everything as low as possible. Yeah, we still run the factory. Oh, look at my inside here. This always trips people up. We just keep everything. I'm not all about, hey, let's strip it and put tin and all that garbage in it. It's all pretty much factory. I got my glove box. This is where I stash my hat and sunglasses for the podium.
Nice.
Or I throw it down there. And then, yeah, everything. I have my cup holders for my water. So we try to keep things really simple, light, you know, so that if we are able to add weight, we can put it where we want to. But honestly, I have added 0 weight to this car because with all the extra stuff that, you know, they asked for this year, we're right at weight. So factory gas tank is up under here. Can-Am puts it up under here in the dash, which is kind of nice. It's sort of its own ballast on the passenger side. And, you know, I run STI wheels. I don't have a wheel or tire sponsor because I want the choice to run the very best package that I can at every track. They're all a little bit different. So I'd rather have that freedom, that independence to run whatever. But I've been running the Hoosier tires pretty consistently for the last almost 2 years now. do a lot of grooving. So that's pretty much it. I mean, so that's my car.
There's a lot of stock components out here,
yeah.
But one thing that we got to ask you, the big question,
Sure.
How crazy is the power with the turbo?
You know, these things like straight out of the box. I have another X3 that's my play car for the dunes. And then I get in it and it's stock. Like, I'm like, it is so fast. Like, it's so fast. They put a smile on my face. So I came from, you know, a Yamaha. I had a shifter, and I like that whole driving experience. And going into the Can-Am, which you go back to a CVT transmission, I'm like, you know, I wonder, am I going to be bored, you know, with this not shifting? No, because you hit the gas and you're like in your seat. And it's an amazing feeling. So.
It's got to be a ton of fun. Is the tuning aspect difficult with the turbo back there? We've heard that engine management is so important, and it gets so technical with the turbo, doesn't it?
It can. I think it can be a lot more. You can make it complicated if you really want to. I think you can like go down that rabbit hole. And again, everything we do, we try to keep it as simple as possible. Jason and Kyle do most of my tuning. There's always a point. There's reliability is important, very important in this class. Like, you have to be reliable, and then performance. And if you can find that fine line, you know, where you're balancing your performance and your reliability, that's where you want to stay. Excellent.
And why do you feel that this is the best make? Is there something that you really love about the Can-Am that you feel like gives you the advantage?
There's a couple things. I was looking when I got into this class. I didn't really 100% know which manufacturer I wanted to go with. But okay, first of all, I love aesthetics. And the X3 is just a mean-looking car. You know, right from the factory, the thing looks neat. It looks fast. That's half the battle. I really liked the performance that I saw out of the X3s. With our shop, we have customers that have them. We had a couple customers that had them, and I was able to ask some questions. Even, you know, their reliability right out of the box, I believe is hands down better than the Polaris, which is the other option for the class. I also really like Can-Am's mindset. As a OEM, they don't mind being challenged by other manufacturers. They like it. They're ready for it, and you know, they wanna always be the best. So they put a lot into their racers as far as, you know, we give them a lot of information because they want to always be the best, and they get information from us on, is there something we can make better? Is there something that's just amazing? They take all that input, you know, for the next model, and they take it to heart. And we're on the same page, I think, as far as we welcome the competition. It only helps make you better. And so we're just kind of on that same wavelength, and that was another thing that really attracted me to them.
Well, big congrats. You get the three-peat, 17 titles overall. You've got quite an impressive trophy collection. What's next for you?
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. You know, we have to like sit back. We're just now going to get a chance to like just relax a little bit, process everything. You know, it's been a crazy year, and see where we're at. There's a lot of options for next year. I love short course. Jason loves short course. It's just what we like to do because we're motocrossers originally. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure we'll be racing. We love the series, so it's just we haven't quite hammered that all out yet, but it'll happen soon.
Big congratulations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do please make sure you subscribe, hit notifications. That way you never miss a video. Share it with one friend, get them on board as well, and we'll keep it coming. If you like that video, here's another video for you.